the Fill the Funnel podcast with Jeff Swan
and Tom Slocum.
We're here to help you crush your targets
with tactical tips and insights you can act on today.
Don't have a fancy tech stack, a big budget, or even a huge team to lean on?
Well, it's time to get that solved today with FTF Fridays.
Hey everyone, happy freaking Friday. We're back. Another episode of Fill the Funnel with myself, Tom Slocum, and my co-host, Jeff Swan. Today, we're going to be diving into one of my favorite phrases, earn the weekend. But first, in honor of it being the week of St. Paddy's Day, let's crack open a beer, Jeff.
Yep. And cheers.
Cheers.
To St. Paddy's Day.
So let's kick things off. What does earn the weekend mean for you, Jeff, when you hear that?
Well, I mean, usually it's to crack a beer. No, just kidding. So earn the weekend to me, it used to mean Friday was like my day to chill. So I bust my ass Monday to Thursday. I work like 12-hour days and I just go crazy. And by the time Friday comes around, it's my chill day to get work, like stuff done, you know, like admin and meetings and trainings and all that other stuff, right? But ever since I kind of moved over to the dark side of up top of funnel, what earn the weekend means for me now is that last push on a Friday morning when you're like, you know, it's the end of the week. I'm on the West Coast, so for me, the morning is the afternoon for half of y'all folks out there. It's put in that last push, book those last few meetings, finish up the weekend strong, you know, close a deal, whatever. So by the time I am cracking that afternoon beer for Beer Friday with my friends, with my family, whatever else, I've earned the right to have that beer. I've earned the right to have a killer weekend with my family and just, you know, show them the love that they show me all week, right? And so basically, hands down, it's about earning the right to celebrate and have time off.
Wait, are you saying earn the right to party? Hey,
yeah, absolutely.
That is, you know, that's what it was for me. I got introduced to the phrase a couple years back from a manager of mine, and you know, it gives the wrong vibe to some people, right? You're right as your weekend. I get it, but It's just a mindset thing that puts you in perspective that, you know, half the workforce is taking Friday to chill. They went hard. They already went hard Monday through Thursday. They're like, it's Friday. They give every excuse in the book that, they're not going to be around. People are out of office. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to do admin stuff.
Yep.
But the reality is, earn that weekend. You fight 5 days a week, and you know that you give every last ounce of what you have going into knowing that you have 2 days to recharge. And that really hit me. I was like, you know what? You're right. Why not? Why am I letting off the gas? Because And to be honest, I learned something and I tested it. I would do what you did, right? Chill on Fridays. Yep. And to be honest, my following weeks would start slow.
Yep.
When I switched to strong finishes on Friday, I would pop off Monday or Tuesday already. And it would continue the process. So I knew that I had to bust hard for that Friday to earn it and know that, dude, this is it. You've only got a few hours till the weekend anyway. Go crush it and earn yourself that time to chill and relax and not have any stress. And it's just a fun phrase. Earn that weekend, push, dig deep, and, you know, excel. I love it.
Literally every single time you or I post earn the weekend on Rev League, what happens?
They smash. They pick it up and they all get hyped.
People crushed it. Last Friday was probably the best Friday we've had in our power hours ever. And it was because March Madness had something to do with it. But like everybody was literally going to earn the weekend, earn the right to get into that next round, earn the right to brag to their friends and just walk away feeling like they did everything they could. Even if they lost, they still felt good about trying, right? Like there's the thing, and we talk about sports a lot here because obviously Tom and I are big sports fans, but there's about, you know, play to the buzzer. Play in hockey, play 3 periods. In football, play 4 quarters. You know, it's not about just doing half the game. Half the game doesn't win in a competitive league, right? You do the whole game. You play everything. Give every ounce of your strength, your soul, your being into winning until you can't play anymore. Like you physically can't play anymore. There's no competitors on the field.
Yeah. You know, and it's doing something that most people in the workforce don't do, which is stay consistent. And that's the key to so much, is that last day is that grind. So I love it. You made some valid points, and play to the last end, the last buzzer. And sometimes you get that game-winning goal. I've had some of my best Fridays at the last 5 minutes where the day went 0, but I fought hard and I make one more dial. And guess what? I'm walking out of the office with a meeting. And I'm like, yes, that feeling you get. And you're like, oh, there it was. I made that push all the way to the end. I made the dial up until the last dial, and it worked out for me. But, go into it with a strong mindset right from the get-go in the morning. Hey, I'm going to earn today. I'm going to earn my right to have a beer tonight. I'm not going to go into it with a negative attitude, because, and that's another thing, Jeff, like, who wants to go into the weekend bummed out?
No.
Like, why are you taking it so serious that you had a bad Friday? Like, earn the weekend has nothing to do with metrics. Okay. Let me take that right there. It has nothing to do. I'm not talking about activity. I'm not talking about meetings booked. Like, all of that's a part of earning your weekend. But the reality is it's your mindset when you wake up on a Friday to say, hey, I'm going to push today. I'm not going to give up until my shift completely ends. And you know what? Then I can grab that beer and jump on that Zoom with my friends tonight and be excited and say, hey, I fought hard. I'm cracking this beer. And I don't know about you, but a beer after a hard day worth of work is way better than a chill day. I'll tell you.
It's so much better, right? Like, there's something, like you said, about the mindset. It's putting yourself in the frame of reference that, like, it doesn't matter what happens today, what happens to me. It matters what I'm going to do, right? Like, I'll just say, and I'm going to tell you, everybody listening here who is not part of the league and not part of March Madness, Tommy Boy put up 6 freaking meetings on Wednesday. Okay, 6. So in one day, because he busted his ass the whole time. And like, yeah, it's not a Friday. I know the theme here is talking about earning the weekend, but like, you put up 6 points in a day, you're going to earn that weekend on Wednesday. Okay.
Right. But you can earn it by Thursday, right? Like, it's not just defined to the day, but it's a mindset that when you wake up on Monday morning or whatever day it is, do the next right thing, earn what you have in front of you, bust your butt, and put it to the grind. Just go. So what would you say, Jeff? How do you prepare, and how do you, get yourself in that place to earn the weekend?
So what I do is, first, again, I used to batch. So I used to be really diligent about batching. So Thursdays would be my pipeline day. Mondays would be my marketing day. Friday was my admin day. And then Tuesday and Wednesday was my sales calls and whatever else. So I had literally a day for each thing. And so I would wake up each morning knowing this is what I'm accomplishing today, right? So things are flipped now. Now I'm really focusing on my outbound, and I'm listening to one of my former mentors, one of the best dudes I've ever met in freaking sales. He taught me the phrase 10 by 10, 10 before 10. So reach out to 10 new prospects every day before 10 o'clock. And so now my mindset is, if it's a work day, if I'm on the clock, and just for reference, for everybody listening here, I'm a business owner. I'm the chef, cook, and bottle washer, whatever you want to call it. I do everything, right? So I have to sell. So every morning I'm dedicated specific times for my social, my marketing. I'm dedicating specific time for my sales. And then I have the rest of the day to, do client work, to do, product development, whatever, all the different things that you do, right? But the fact of the matter is, I don't stop on Friday. I've always stopped on Friday. I've always stopped on Thursday. I don't do that anymore. What I do is I say, every single day that there are people that I can contact, people I can message, email, phone call, whatever, I'm doing it. And that's just what happens. So it's not even really like any type of weird ritual or anything. It's just, I wake up in the morning, I have my shower, I do my things. I'm thinking in my mind, who am I going to contact today and what I'm going to say? How am I going to help them today? And then I don't give up. I don't stop. There's no day off anymore. I just do it every day. And so that actually reminds me, just real quick, there was something that one of my SDRs said one time, because I used to do Pipeline Day, which was a really awesome event that I learned from one of my other mentors. 3 hours every Thursday, we'd 9 to 12, we would spend, that would be our cold calling time, right? And no matter what we did during the week, no matter how many demos we booked, whatever, it doesn't matter. Those 3 hours were sacred, never, ever touched. Okay. Which is awesome. But one of my SDRs said to me one time, he's like, Jeff, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this once a week? This is my job every day. My day every day is calling. My day every day is emailing and list building and whatever else. So I said, you have such a good point. So we retreaded it. We changed it. And we changed it from pipeline day to power hour. Okay. So this is well before I met Tom and he had power hours. Which is probably why we met and connected so quickly. But we called it power hour, 9 to 10 every day. 4 to 5 every day. Those were your dedicated prospecting hours where you're making your calls. You're doing that at the time. Those are the 2 hours where you're most likely to get somebody on the phone. Right.
Right.
So those were the power hour of the day. And so, yeah, it was a real big light bulb moment for me. It's not about this day. It's about the whole week.
Yeah. And that's where that mindset, earn the weekend, right? Because that means you got to commit to the whole week because the weekends are far away, either the next day or a couple of days or start of the week, right? Would you say you do anything in the weekend to prepare for earning your following weekend? Are you working, Sunday nights, putting in the grind? I know a lot of people, have different opinions and views on what it takes, right? Outside of your hours.
Yep.
What is your take on that? And is that something that has helped you earn your weekends before?
So I anybody who knows me knows I'm a big fan of saying these things, but I'm completely polarized with what I'm going to tell you. 2 things. If you can't do it in your work week, you're doing it wrong. If you have to burn the midnight oil and work all weekend, then you need to work on your work week. Okay. That said, there are things that you can get done on a Saturday or Sunday that you cannot get done during the week. When there's distractions, there's emails, there's phone calls, there's all the other things. On Saturday mornings, I like to be creative, and just do things that are kind of like my passion projects, my legacy projects, things where I'm looking back on the week, I'm reflecting on what's happening, and I want to do something creative that's going to help me move, like exponentially improve what I'm doing. Okay. So that might be like working on a book, working on an ebook, working on a video series or something like that. Right.
Right.
Then on Sundays, I like to take an hour, maybe half hour, whatever, just plan my week, just identify the big rocks, the big, like the dragons, I say, like what dragons do I want to slay for the week? Right.
Yeah.
And just really slot them in and make sure that the top 3 priorities are there. So those are things I do on the weekends. But to me, they're more of like prep or personal development, whatever you want to call it, as opposed to like me working. And so, but the real work, my shift is 8 to 4, 8 in the morning till 4 p.m. And then I do other work outside of that, like let's say 5 to 7 in the morning or like, 9 to 10 at night or something like that. But my work shift is 8 to 4. Everything else is just building my legacy, building other things that help me do my work.
I love it. Slay the dragons, right? Find those things that you can move through the week. And they don't always have to be work. It's mindset, self-care, recharging, right? Making sure that you can earn that following week. I'm a big advocate recently of put the work in Monday through Friday. Right now we've all been so consumed with overlapping. There is no endpoint to the day anymore. There's no weekend or days, right? You used to go to the office. You'd have those things during the week to create that structure that you knew Friday you were leaving the office physically. We don't do that anymore, right? So I know a lot of people that are bleeding into the weekends now, and it's all just a work week, like period.
Yeah.
So, you've got to earn your weekend now. How can you change what you're doing today and batch, like you mentioned, right? Batch things, block things out, put yourself in those hours so that you're utilizing that Monday through Friday period to get everything out of the way. So Saturday and Sunday can be earned and be your days. Don't let your work keep those days. That's not their right? They don't get to earn those days. That's your time as a human being to mentally prepare, get yourself and slay those dragons. So Monday through Friday, you can earn that weekend through crushing it, through batching, calling before 10 a.m. I agree with you. I've always come in, and the first 5 hours of the workday are the most important.
Yes.
And too many people take too long to get going. They come in, they drop their, back in the office days, they come in, drop their backpack at their desk, turn it on, walk to the kitchen, spend 40 minutes talking with their friends, come back. And, they'd get it would take them so long to get going. And already people would be putting up 2, 3, getting things moving. Meetings would already be firing off, and they're barely getting going.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you get to it right in the beginning of the day. And that's why earn the weekend mindset is so good, because it lets you take advantage of those 5 days in that work week to earn that weekend for you. Don't let your company own that time. Don't let other things earn that time. Your family deserves that time. You deserve that time. And that's what it means to really earn the weekend, would you say?
Oh, 100%, man. And I'm going to say one more thing too, before you recap, Tom. There's something about, so I mentioned that you put up, 6 meetings on one day this week, right? And let's imagine that your target for the week is 3, which it is, right?
Yes.
You've doubled your target for the week. The fact of the matter is, earning your weekend does not mean doubling up your results by Wednesday. No. It means working till the buzzer goes, working all the way to the end of your day on Friday. And you know what? If you want to take a couple hours off early, cool, you can earn that. But if you're not taking a couple hours early, work to the end and just do it. So don't get yourself. There was one time, and I'm going to tell you this real quick, but there's one time where I was going to university, selling commission, retail. And I think I told this story before on our podcast, but I had this day where I just crushed it. I exceeded, doubled my freaking day target in commission within the first hour, of a 4-hour shift. I ended up doing like 4 times my quota that day. I think it was 3 or 4 times. I can't remember, but it was because I kept going and I had some horseshoe at my ass and I just kept going and going and going. I never gave up, right? I earned that freaking weekend. I earned that Saturday night party that I went to, I earned that because I just kept going, never stopped. And it was just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you can gamify it, right, to keep you going. And that's what I used to do. Make 20 more dials, right? Keep those extra hours where typically you find that you're struggling to keep the momentum. Gamify it. Okay, I got to make 20 dials this 1 hour, or I got to get that proposal out in this 1 hour. That kind of stuff, right? Gamify it. But I appreciate y'all coming and listening today. Wrapping up, a couple things that we touched on. Earn the weekend. It's a mindset. It doesn't mean about metrics. It doesn't mean what results show on the dashboard or the results that you did on the week. What it means is earn that time for you because you had an amazing week and you know that you went until the buzzer. You sweated it out. You pushed. Your nails are deep in the dirt, and you walk away knowing that, hey, I gave 110%. That I know going into this weekend the results might have not been there, but I tried. Damn it, I tried. And that's what it means. You're digging deep. Try batching things. Utilize the work week. Make it Monday through Friday. Batch out your admin hours, your email hours. Get yourself in a process that maximizes your availability there. But that's it, guys. Have a great week, but earn that weekend.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Fill the Funnel podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit subscribe on your favorite platform, give us reviews, and tell all your friends about us. Till next time, happy hunting.